Stand by for broadcast.
You're listening to Inside Air, a behind-the-wire view of the Royal Air Force, its people, technology and operations.
Hello, I'm Squadron Leader Peter Lisney, and in this episode we pass the mic to the Air Cadets at RIAT.
For me, junior leader is not in my comfort zone whatsoever, but that skill of being able to push myself outside of that, and all the leadership I got there as well, comes in handy day in, day out.
A young person may have no idea that they want to do anything to do with flying, whether that is as a hobby or as a career, but they could try this flight sim, absolutely love it, be brilliant, have that natural talent with it, and therefore they just want to pursue that career now, and it gives them that opportunity.
Give yourself permission to feel a bit scared and do it anyways, because the rewards can be amazing.
Also in this episode, we'll reheat a few stories just in case you missed them, and we'll be finding out who is under the hat this week.
What bit of luxury kit do you never deploy without?
I would never go without my AeroPress and my coffee. I've got it here with me today as well, it's essential.
Find out who is under the hat at the end of this episode. Now,
hello, I'm Flight Sergeant Harriet McDade, and I'm here with Flight Sergeant Tori Blackhurst.
Hey, and today we have officially taken over InsideAIR.
Before we dive into today's extra special episode showcasing RAF regulars, reserves, and air cadets at RIAT, let's start with a quick intro. Tori, why did you join cadets?
So I joined in November of 2021 at the ripe age of 14. So I actually joined because I'd spoken to loads of people and seen all the amazing opportunities that they've been given. So such as, for example, flying. So obviously when you go flying privately, it costs a lot to go, whereas with the cadets, it was completely paid for me. And it was very, very popular. So it is hard to get on, but it's been absolutely brilliant. And then I've also done things like camps. So for example, I went away to RAF Coningsby, where I was actually able to meet the Typhoon display team and kind of interview them and have a great chat with them. And then obviously I've discovered my love for drill. So there I've actually won banner drill at regional level, which is just absolutely amazing. And then leading on from that, I ended up doing my cadet drilling course with the cadets, so now I can actually teach them and share my passion for it. And of course RIAT, it's been absolutely brilliant and I've just loved it. But that's kind of the key things that I've done. So Harriet, it's over to you.
So I also joined at 14, but in February of 2023. And I joined because I knew I loved the aerospace field and I wanted to explore that passion even more. Since joining, I've had the fantastic opportunity of attending a gold cyber course at RAF Gosford, as well as a week-long camp at RAF Lossiemouth, which included a tour around the Poseidon and a Eurofighter Typhoon. I've also had the chance to create content for the Hado European Championships last September, which was very out of the ordinary, but very cool. At the start of this year, I achieved my MOI, which is a Methods of Instructions lanyard, meaning that I can teach and transfer skills that I've learned to cadets on my squadron and wing. I've been flying before and had the chance to do aerobatics and really honed in and fueled my passion for aviation. This is my first time at RIAT, but I will definitely be applying to come again. We've been speaking to RAF personnel at the various RIAT tents, all sharing what they do in the public and the career opportunities within the Air Force.
Our first guest is Corporal Mantle. We chatted to him at the RAF regiment stand. He told us more about his role and we asked him on his opinions on the Air Cadets.
We're now at the RAF village at RIAT. We're in the RAF regiment stand. So we're part of the recruitment side of it, showing people what we are and what we evolve with the RAF as a whole and what the RAF regiment do.
Could you tell us more about your day-to-day job, please?
So day-to-day job, we're part of the RAF Regiment recruitment and selection flight. So a lot of our time is spent going around across the whole of the country, going to military preparation colleges, just showing off what we do as the RAF Regiment, trying to build a bigger picture for people to understand what main roles we have within the RAF.
What's the best opportunity that you've had within your job?
So at the start of my career, I got deployed down to Salisbury with the Novichok attack down there, and I spent the whole year decontaminating the whole of Salisbury, making sure that's good back to the safety of the public, so they can go back their normal daily business and everything like that. That was a really good opportunity for myself. And then after that, went straight into a shooting competition down in America, representing the RAF Regiment again, against all different nations, everything from the Americans, Germans, Polish, and there was some Canadians, Australians down there, and 3 weeks out in the sun in Arkansas. That was a really good opportunity that I got to represent the RAF Regiment shooting there.
So what's a piece of advice you give to the youth of today that are thinking about coming into this but just not 100% sure?
It's got to be tailored to yourself. So if you're a very outdoorsy person and you're very sociable, everything like that, you like getting yourself up and about, and you feel like you want a bit more discipline in your life as well. Fitness has got to be the main one as well. You've got to be fit, you've got to be ready to be on your feet all day and walking about and stuff like that. So you've got to be quite robust in your own personal as well. But you've got to have interest in the military as well, especially like weapon systems we're utilising and stuff like that. You can have a base interest in the military as a whole.
Do you have an opinion on the cadet forces and kind of does that benefit people going into the RAF regiment and stuff like that?
I like to think so, yeah. Like I say, I don't work with anyone that came through the cadet side of it, but the people that we've met, especially here at RIAT, everyone, they have a basic knowledge on the weapon systems. They kind of know what we do already. They always had that military instilled to them from the instructors they have. So it's a good help having that to come through, and hopefully that then put them in the right direction to choose the right military that is for them. Hopefully it would be the RAF regiment.
That was Corporal Mantle. While he wasn't an air cadet, our next interviewee certainly was.
Flight Lieutenant Aidan Ray. So I'm the operations officer for 29 Squadron, which is the operational conversion unit for Typhoon. Basically all the pilots learn to fly Typhoon with us. My job on the squadron, in the very simple terms, is if it's not flying it or fixing it, it's probably my team. Never flown an aircraft in my life, apart from as a cadet.
Did you enjoy flying with cadets?
I did. I did the Air Cadet Pilot Scholarship as a cadet, which was absolutely incredible. So I was a qualified aerospace instructor as a cadet. All the skills there and on junior leaders, it all comes into the forefront of leadership. As an officer, leadership is my day job. All of those skills come in so handy.
So obviously you've mentioned a lot of incredible opportunities within the Air Cadets. What would you say your most favourite and most beneficial one was?
Now that is a really good question. I'm going to split it slightly, and my favourite was I did ICE to Germany, so I did 2 weeks going around Germany. It was absolutely incredible especially seeing Eurofighter squadrons and now working on a British Eurofighter squadron and being able to compare those differences and just the friends I made, the fun we had for that 2 weeks was absolutely incredible. Most beneficial, I'm probably going to say junior leaders. For me, junior leaders, not in my comfort zone whatsoever, but that skill of being able to push myself outside of that and all the leadership I got there as well comes in handy day in, day out.
But a lot of the military audience don't necessarily understand the benefits of joining cadets or take it necessarily seriously. So what would you say to them about it?
Believe it or not, I was a very, very quiet 13-year-old when I joined cadets, and wouldn't ever dream of doing something like this podcast, wouldn't ever dream of doing something like standing here and talking to random members of the public about our job and everything we do. It gave me so much confidence as this little tiny 13-year-old. It gave me all those skills that used day in, day out, would put me in the position that I'm in.
We've heard from some of those serving in the RAF, but one thing we haven't chatted about is our role in at RIAT.
Around 800 cadets from around the UK were on camp working at the airshow this year, doing a range of things from capturing media content, aiding with the campsite build, and building our site. So we headed to the cadet tent, where we caught up with a number of people showcasing immersive tech.
Cadet Leon Halsall.
And where are you from and how old were you when you joined the Air Cadets?
I'm from St Helens, so Merseyside Wing, and I was 15 years old. So we have been doing the Pico VRs. That is a VR experience where we do Viking gliders. So that will have usually younger generations, usually scouts that we can get in to look around, see what it's like to get in the gliders and just enjoy the experience. Usually to try and encourage them to join the Air Cadets. We also have had some of the Esports out. We've had a 3D flight sim out. We are showing the new generations what recruitment's going to become. This isn't just for the Royal Air Cadets. This is going to become a standard throughout the whole of the cadet forces and possibly the armed forces themselves.
My name is William Burnett Boothroyd.
So what are you here today doing at RIAT?
So I'm here at RIAT today supporting the Air Cadets. I was asked to come over by the Esports team and to demonstrate our software called Command PE. So Command PE is a war game, digital war game, and we're here today running a hybrid manual digital war game to show off how the cadets could use it potentially for leadership activities, so planning humanitarian aid, looking at logistics and transport, but also how to brief, how to debrief, and how to work together both in a led and a leaderless team.
So obviously you're helping here with the Air Cadets right now. Were you an Air Cadet yourself?
I was an Air Cadet for 7.5 years with 1260 Squadron, Newark District and Trent Wing. I thoroughly enjoyed my time, so it's good to be delivering back to the same community I've come from.
Do you think being in cadets has helped you get to where you are today?
Yeah, undoubtedly. So I think the Air Cadets and honourable mention to all young person services, so Army Cadets and Sea Cadets and also the Scouts, etc., equipped me with the ability to think on my feet, the ability to lead confidently from the front or from the back, and also to be a follower. I think something that people don't appreciate enough is followership. It's concentrated a lot about leaders and the personalities and how driven they are, but being a member of a team is as important as leading a team. So followership is absolutely critical. They taught me a lot about the military, and it gave me a nice lightweight introduction to military life, which I then followed up on by becoming a reservist and also in the University Air Squadrons for a bit, and certainly contributed to the way I am now as a young man.
My name is Lauren English and I'm Flight Sergeant. We have the flight sims up and running with the Maverick Challenge from Top Gun Maverick, which mostly is we've got all the controls, the setup, we've got the throttles and all the controls for you want to be keeping low, the altitude nice and low for this one and fast, so you get the highest points. We also have a board for the leaderboard. And after people complete this challenge, they'll put it up on the board and see who gets highest, then come back later, see if someone's beaten them, challenge, just gets that everyone getting a bit competitive, that good, thing going on. So it's really good. We've got more going on. So we've got loads of different of the flight sims, lots of different tech going on, so we can have everyone in challenging each other. There's loads of different tasks that they can take part in. And that mostly sums up in here. Yeah.
Has it been very popular today so far?
It has been very popular, especially amongst the younger ones. Lots of young kids have been in, all their friends, everyone trying to beat each other's scores. It's been very, very competitive and all very high anticipation to get on these. It's been great.
Why do you think it's important for younger people and especially us as Air Cadets to actually be here and inspire those?
Well, I think it actually gives so many good, joining the Air Cadets gives so many good qualities, leadership, you're able to make so many friends, and it just allows you to grow and develop so much as a person. So therefore, us being able to share all this, it gets people to join us, or even just overall we're able to share our knowledge, which helps out so much. And things like this on the flight sims, a young person may have no idea that they want to do anything to do with flying, whether that is as a hobby or as a career, but they could try this flight sim, absolutely love it, be brilliant, have that natural talent with it, and therefore they just want to pursue that career now, and it gives them that opportunity and eye-open.
We're also able to chat to Jo Salter, the first ever female fighter jet pilot.
Things can feel scary, and you have to just take a deep breath and think, do you know what, if I don't give it a go, I won't ever do it, and if I don't apply, I won't get in. So therefore just give it your all and give yourself permission to feel a bit scared and do it anyways, because the rewards can be amazing.
How have you been finding RIAT so far?
Oh my goodness, it is amazing. I reckon this is the best year ever. The Techno Zone, what you have here at the sort of Air Force Air Cadets, Royal Air Force Air Cadets Next Generation, and all of the simulator rides. And I just think, if you haven't been here before, get down here, because the opportunity to get hands-on with STEM is just superb.
Do you have a favourite activity you've done here?
So I had the opportunity to escort Rachel Riley from Countdown and 8 out of 10 Cats around the Techno Zone, get her involved with the hands-on STEM pieces that are there, and then interview her on the InsideAIR stage about the importance of maths, our shared love for maths, and then I helped her crash the simulator.
Why do you think STEM's so important to introduce to kind of the youth of today?
I think that if you look at where we are going with AI and technology, and what that needs is a different level of problem solving and creativity, and STEM just allows you to tap into all of those different elements. And really we need innovation for the future, we need different diverse minds to be able to build the best results, really.
Caught up with Flight Lieutenant Rennie. He started out as a cadet before joining the RAF. and at RIAT, he was showcasing esports within the Air Force.
I'm an engineering officer, so I manage the team called RAID, so Rapid Application Integration and Development. We do innovation for communications for the service and wider defence. So I do resource assignment, I look at project management, and I work with the external agencies to be able to make sure the team's best prepared for going out on jobs.
Tell me more about esports.
I'm also, as a secondary duty, I'm the head of Armed Forces Esports for Defence, so I chair both at a UCAF level and RAF level. So for me, esports is all about developing new skills, meeting new people, the same as any other sport, building that competitive mindset in people and giving them a fun way to do it.
Do you feel like the Air Cadets has helped you get kind of this job?
I think the Air Cadets did really help me develop and mature. It gave me leadership opportunities when I was quite young. There's loads of lessons you can learn and loads of skills that the cadets can teach you through their BTECs or leadership courses. So really, it sets you off on the right path.
Obviously, we're talking about opportunities the Royal Air Force Air Cadets can give someone. Did you know that we're launching esports in RAFAC? And do you have any opinions towards that?
I've been quite involved in helping to launch esports for RAF Air Cadets with my head of RAF Esports hat on. So yeah, I've got loads of stuff to help you move along the programme.
That's it for today's Inside Air takeover by the Air Cadets. We hope you have a better sense of the role we play in supporting the RAF. Thanks for listening.
I'm Corporal Victoria Andrews with Reheat for InsideAIR. At a ceremony at RAF Cranwell, Air Chief Marshal Harv Smith succeeded Sir Richard Knighton as Chief of the Air Staff. He's now responsible for the RAF's fighting effectiveness, efficiency and morale. His Majesty King Charles has visited RAF Lossiemouth for the parade of 42 Torpedo Bomber Squadron and re-represented it with its standard before viewing a flypast. The squadron are a combined operational conversion unit tasked with training all aircrew and engineers to operate the Poseidon maritime patrol aircraft and Wedgetail airborne early warning and surveillance aircraft. The King also met members of the Typhoon Air Wing and toured a P-8 Poseidon before meeting families who live on or near the Moray base. The 64th commemoration of fallen Polish airmen has taken place at the Polish Air Force Memorial in South Ruislip in London. Air Chief Marshal Smith attended the ceremony in his first official duty as Chief of the Air Staff, noting how Poland are key strategic NATO partners and how he's keen to ensure the Royal Air Force deepens the link and continues to strengthen the vital relationship between the two countries. And finally, the summer has proved successful for Air Force athletes across a number of sports. The service's men's road cycling team took their first open title at the Inter-Service Road Race Championships in Yorkshire, while the Women's Rugby World Cup and UK Armed Forces rugby teams have strong service representation too. With a wealth of experience, their addition to the setup is crucial to the success of women's rugby in the UK. Elsewhere, the RAF men's cricketers have been dominant on the crease this summer, winning the 50-over Inter-Services crown along with the 20-over trophy. And at the Inter-Services Martial Arts Championship, there was first place in the karate and a third in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's Reheat on InsideAIR.
I'm AS1 Ben Russell, and this is Under the Hat, where we get to know an aviator in less than a minute. Name you're known by.
I'm Flight Lieutenant Shannon Casey, and I'm known as Casey.
What's your profession?
I am the Support and Training Officer at RAF Leeming.
What's the best thing about your job?
The best thing is definitely being in the ops world, working with the 4 pillars, doing all the PDT training. I love it, it's just hands-on and we get really involved.
Hardest part of your job?
It's ironic, but policy, getting into the weeds of training documents and doctrine, can be difficult at times.
Best location you've served?
We were in Finland, actually, quite recently on a NATO exercise on a conference, so that was really interesting.
What bit of luxury kit do you never deploy without?
I would never go without my AeroPress and my coffee. I've got it here with me today as well. It's essential.
And what's your proudest moment in the RAF?
It's probably my Phase 1 training. I got 2 awards. One was the Bill Torrance Award and one was the Academic Award, which I was thrilled about.
Thank you for being the latest aviator to take part in Under the Hat.
That's all for this episode of Inside Air. Please give us a review and subscribe on your favourite podcast app, and join us again soon.
You've been listening to Inside Air, a behind-the-wire view of the Royal Air Force, its people, technology and operations. If you're serving in the RAF and have a story for us, please speak to your unit media and communications officer. Inside Air is written and produced for the Royal Air Force by RAF Media Reserves.